So every NBA draft provides a valuable opportunity, primarily to trash teams, or if we're being nice, teams in that steady rebuilding stage. And the NBA draft comes up clutch, because just think about it, the opportunity to land somebody that could help push your franchise back into relevance is so huge that teams will literally tank, just lose on purpose for years in hopes of building talent. The current 76ers might be the best example. They tanked for Embiid and Simmons, and now a few years later, they're the first seed in the East. But yeah, just like many drafts in the past, the upcoming NBA draft provides a valuable opportunity. And as y'all can see from the title, the opportunity I'm talking about today is simply Sharife Cooper, one of the best point guards in the draft. Some would even say he's actually the best. And in my opinion, he's not, but he's good enough to the point where believing he's the best is not some goofy opinion. Like, Sharife has a real case. And obviously plenty of teams could use a talent like Sharife, but there's one specific team I'm talking about today that needs this man and should not pass up on him if the opportunity arises. And I'm not sure if the thumbnail gave it away or anything like that, but this team is actually the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that's obviously rebuilding and not really trying to win in the near future. But they definitely want to build talent. I mean, duh, who doesn't? And I believe Sharife is one of the best pickups they could get. And today I'll let y'all know why. But real quick before I move on, go ahead and comment below where you'd want Sharife to land in this draft. And yeah, what's up YouTube? Plug Speaks back with a vid. If you are new, first of all, welcome. Go ahead and sub. Also like the vid if you enjoy. I'm dropping bangers 3 to 4 times a week, and we are grinding for 5K, so I'd for sure appreciate it. But back to the vid though. Now first, there's something I need to clarify, because the Thunder are easily bad enough to where they could land a top 5 pick. But I'm not trying to say they should take Sharife super early with that pick. Nah, there's too much other talent. However, that's really no issue, because if you're unaware, OKC could possibly have 5 picks in this upcoming draft that they've earned through trades and all of that. And besides their own lottery pick, the earliest pick they have ranges from 15 to 20, and there's a good chance Sharife falls that far based on the projections from ESPN and other platforms. So yeah, I'm assuming they'll have a chance to pick him up, and they definitely should, because I'll get into more of the specifics later. But starting on the general side of things, Sharife brings a lot to the table. I mean, outside of his sort of high turnover rate, you cannot ask for a better player to run your offense and just be the playmaker, because Sharife finds his teammates. And most people know this, but if you're new to college prospects, Sharife is one of the best passers in the draft. Just look up a highlight compilation of a season at Auburn and you'll see, because even when his teammates do not seem open, they are open, because Sharife's able to make those tough passes that many people can. Some people call him a generational talent, and you can't blame them. And I didn't even want to bring up the actual fit to OKC this early into the vid, but it's pretty much unavoidable, because man, the Thunder don't even have an actual reliable point guard. They have Theo Maledon, who isn't bad, but I said reliable. Also, don't bring up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because sure, he can play make and he's a good player, but if his height doesn't give it away, he is a natural shooting guard, and if anything, he plays like a combo guard. Now, I won't pretend he can't play make, but he's not a point guard. Now, Sharife, on the other hand, is definitely a point guard, and I'd go as far to say he has the skills to pass up a veteran guard if OKC already had one, but they don't even really have one. So drafting Sharife should almost be a must off that by itself. But beyond the lack of a reliable point guard, there's another thing Sharife could fix, and I'ma just call it like it is. As we all know, the duo of Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous last year was unexpectedly amazing. And you may have seen this viral picture that went around where it shows ESPN predicting the Thunder to have a 0.2% chance of making the playoffs. Not even 1%. and yet they made it to the 5th seed and almost knocked off the Rockets in the first round. That's a huge W. And I'm not gonna disrespect a legend in Chris Paul by saying a rookie SHARIFE could have the same effect or add the same value, because it couldn't, but they do share a lot of the same skills. And I don't find it crazy to believe a backcourt duo of Shy and SHARIFE could be decent, beyond decent, dangerous, maybe something you could build off long term. Because if we look at some of the best backcourts in the NBA today, like Dame and CJ, Russ and Beal, CP3 and Booker, or Kyrie and Harden, they all share basically the same thing. They complement each other. One guy predominantly scores and another handles some playmaking. And I know that's really straightforward, but it's exactly why SHARIFE and Shy would probably gel. To be honest, Shai Gilgeous paired with anyone else on the Thunder doesn't even sound right, but add SHARIFE and it does. Because offensively, SHARIFE is not yet a prolific scorer by any means, and his shooting percentages are not pretty, but then again, he's 19. Y'all tell me which sounds harder to develop, Lonzo level playmaking skills, which SHARIFE already has, or an average to solid jump shot, which SHARIFE does not have. Because I feel as though a jumper is easier to develop and that it's something he would develop, especially since the modern NBA almost requires it to be successful. 3-point shooting is your best friend nowadays. But yeah, moving on. Another reason SHARIFE to OKC is just a great fit is because of his instant chemistry with the bigs or centers of a team. And I say this because back at Auburn, SHARIFE made it seem way too easy when putting his bigs in positions to score, whether it was abusing the pick and roll, throwing a deep alley-oop, or just passing it at the perfect moment during a mismatch. He just helps them out and makes his bigs look better. And just like I said before, is that not a shared similarity with Chris Paul? Think about it, CP3 with DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, and now DeAndre Ayton in Phoenix. These bigs obviously aren't bad, but elite playmakers help optimize their talent. It's simply greatness. And I'd expect nothing less from SHARIFE on OKC. And now, I won't pretend OKC has some amazing big men, but they're not bad. They have some talent. For example, you may not know him, but Moses Brown is a guy that came out of nowhere after getting called up from the G League and wound up ending the season with multiple games with nearly 20 rebounds to go with 20 points. That's a good look, and the man is only 21 years old. So yeah, the Thunder may be trash at this moment, but at least they're rebuilding and doing it the right way. You know, going young and letting their players make mistakes, which is perfect for SHARIFE or just any rookie getting drafted. No one wants all that pressure as a 19-year-old to come in and just save your franchise. I mean, that's literally how you get situations like Lonzo on the Lakers, which was for the most part a mess. But yeah, I'm about to wrap this video up. And before I do want to point out just one flaw with SHARIFE to OKC, because I won't pretend this team does not shoot 34% from 3, which isn't great for spacing, especially when you have a point guard that isn't great at shooting themselves. But I will say, his team at Auburn shot 32% from 3, and yet he still put up 20 points a game on borderline average efficiency. So there's that. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna wrap this up. Y'all let me know what you think of SHARIFE to OKC, or what team you believe would be the best fit. And also let me know if you want more vids like this with other prospects and what teams would be the best fit for each prospect. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching as always. Like this, sub, share, sub if new, all of that, and I'm out.